Fucking, I was more than halfway through the second episode before I realized I had gone way too long. That is my bad entirely. I did record Pokemon today, so I guess I was kind of in the mindset for half-hour, whatever. Delicia's knowledge in the art of dessert making is lacking in fundamental areas, and she claims she went to Mr. Master's room in order to study his desserts. These actions and ideas are not fitting of someone aiming to be the world's greatest pastry chef. Yeah, they don't sound like words of a pro. It seems like she doesn't even realize it, or maybe she isn't really a pastry chef. Perhaps she had some other intention. It's possible that she didn't go to the room to study desserts. So then, are you saying Miss Delicious is the criminal? We can't say that for sure yet. But I know she's hiding something from us. We can't confront her about this? Like, why not? Whatever. That's enough investigating. We found much more than I expected. And yet, something from before still bothers me. Prosecutor Von Karma must have found the murder weapon in this room. So then why did he let Delicia be? Firstly, I must ascertain Von Karma's true motives. Detective Bad, I would like to ask Prosecutor Von Karma something. I've also got business with him, and Delicia there too. This particular character, she really takes the cake.
Yep, what's the idea, buddy? Don't glare at me like that.
It seems Dr. Bad also has doubts about Delicia and Von Karma. Delicia, would you come with us for a moment?
You see, that's fine. What for?
We have to find Von Karma. There's some things we need to talk about. At least the detective's on our side, right? That helps. Christmas Eve. Oh man, I forgot it was Christmas Eve. I love Christmas time. I'm just happier during that time. I don't know what it is. Something about... I think it's the end of the year, combined with the idea that... I don't know, it feels like people should be happier at that time. And I'd go out of my way to be happier at that time, and I'd like to think other people are happy around that time too. I know one person who isn't, but we're not going to discuss her in detail terribly much. He just came out of Gustavia's room. Why does he have a cane? I don't remember him ever having a cane. Prosecutor Von Karma, we need to talk about the case. His cane also switches hands. From the look on your face, I'm assuming you found the murder weapon. Yes. We discovered the murder weapon in Delicia's room. It would seem Mr. Masters isn't the only suspect in this case. Bah! That's not true! Where the murder weapon was found does not change the fact that Master is the culprit. As long as I am here. Why is Von Karma so sure of himself? He hasn't even been... Well, I guess he has been accused, but hasn't gone to trial yet. What do you care? The whole idea is to prove the person at trial guilty. It's not trial. Fucking, what do you care? Well then, aren't you going to explain why the murder weapon's in Delicia's room? Naturally. If you wish to know, I'll tell you. About the murder weapon. Sorry. Scratching my neck. Itched a bit. In order to pin the crime on Delicia, Master used the rock salt lamp to kill the victim. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, Master would have been the one suspected. This is murder on my throat, by the way. He couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to the specific culprit at the crime scene. Miss Master took the rock salt lamp. Precisely. I carried out the investigation myself. There can be no room for doubt. Do you have evidence that he moved it? That will not be necessary. What?
If you have any objections, say it. Do you think a mere defense attorney can break my logic?
I mean, yeah. You need evidence, bro. A gravelly voice will only get you so far. Looking at you, David Hayter. And even then, he stops being the voice of Snake and, what's his name, Sam Fisher? Which is a damn shame. He was great at those. Fucking guy. Drank milk and smoked cigarettes before voicing Snake in the fourth game. More to pin the crime. Took the rocks all in from Delicious. Why is my phone going off? Every time I record.
Exactly. In order to kill Dover, he had to prepare the murder weapon beforehand.
But the murder weapon was found in Delicia's room. Doesn't that place suspicion on Delicia too?
I'm not finished. Master killed Dover.
Then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. So the murder weapon was the rock salt hidden inside the candy castle.
I discovered the murder weapon when I entered the castle. Be thankful, defense attorney, that you too came by this information.
Why was it necessary for you to enter the castle?
Maybe he's interested in candy castles?
That'd be quick. Hey, I'm right on the voice.
Why you? Do you think I went in there because I wanted to? The detectives at the scenes were useless, so I had to investigate myself.
I wasn't in charge of the initial investigation. Detective Pat joined the investigation halfway through.
Bah! A certain work ethic is required if you are to gain my trust. This is flagrant waste of time. I'll continue.
I might pass out from doing that voice. It is. I have to shoot all of the air out of my lungs while I do it. Not all of my air. That's a slightly different voice. It also doesn't come through on the capture quite right, I think. Because I have a PopCap filter and it's designed to block out a lot of whooshing noises. But, so the voice I'm making is actually going to sound a little bit different than what you're hearing. You left the murder weapon at the crime scene master room and the one suspected. Wouldn't the body left behind the bars in the room also be cause for suspicion? Moreover,
I have a favorite saying I'd like to share with you. Even dogs can wait. Wait until I've finished.
that's exactly what I'd like to say to you. Couldn't move the body, but it was easy to move the murder weapon. Why? Are you saying Mr. Master removed the murder weapon and hit the body in the chest?
He believed that if he hid it inside his own work, it would not be discovered.
Eep! So savory!
The hell?
Hello! Eep! So savory!
It's like almost Shields. Don't you mean so sorry? She shows no sign of remorse. I got nothing.
He moved the murder weapon and left the body at the scene.
Ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit. Jesus Christ, his voice is tough to do. I'm getting a little lightheaded. I mean, no evidence pointing to the specific culprit of the crime scene. I suffer for this. How can you conclude Mr. Masters the killer without any evidence?
You think that will shake me? You disappoint me. As long as the body was found in Master's room, he is the prime suspect.
Objection! That's absurd. There's really no evidence pointing to anyone else in the crime scene. Surely there's room for further investigation. Objection! I like the pointing. That's a very Phoenix Wright move.
Insolent attorney! Another investigation is not necessary. Master must be the killer.
I'm also gonna say, I don't know if this was intentional or not. I don't know when the film came out, but the live-action version of Phoenix Wright, which is hilarious, by the way, I recommend seeing that. Probably the best video game movie ever made. Solid top 3, might be the best one. The guy playing Edgeworth's dad does look a lot like this particular character art, so that's pretty good. That's also especially good when you remember that in the Japanese character art, their eyes are very much... the eyes look very American versus the actors playing them, who are all Japanese. Even Von Karma, who was supposed to be German in the original, I believe. Or I think he was supposed to be German. I heard a rumor a long time ago that he was actually supposed to be American, but nah, because Francesca's from Germany. Well, again, that's in the American version. But, yeah, I'm almost positive he was meant to be German forever, but, yeah, they had a Japanese guy play him, and he's a terrifying-looking man playing him, by the way.
If you think differently, cease these pointless words and speak with evidence.
Think back to the crime scene. If Mr. Masters was the killer, there must have been something in there incriminating someone else. There's fingerprints all over. It seems Von Karma won't be shaken easily. I'll just have to present evidence that contradicts his reasoning. In order to pin the crime, use the lamp. He repositioned. He had left the murder weapon at the crime scene. Couldn't move the body. The murder weapon, ergo, there would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. Okay, do we have... Yeah, let's try this.
Objection!
How is that... I disagree. There better be a damn good other answer that I just missed in my initial glance over the logic here. There better be a damn good answer, too. No evidence... That would be the thing to present, right? The blood, maybe? No, he addresses why it would be in another room. Maybe this? Since we don't know what it means? Huh. It's worth a shot, I guess. No evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. You know, what about this thing? No, music's still good. That's relevant to what we're talking about. He looks smug when he does that, which is very odd. By the way, the guy on the far left is totally Miles's dad. Gregory. Huh. Yeah, that's... I pressed everything, I'm pretty sure. Where to pin the crime? Use the rock to kill the victim. Then position the murder. Weapon in the room. Wait. Deposited the murder. Oh, okay. That's the position. With the murder weapon crime scene, Masters would have been the one suspected. But it was part of her thing. There was... He couldn't move the body. It was easy to move the murder weapon. What about... Cause of death seems to be a hard blow to the blunt object. Some circumstances are unclear. We're gonna try all the desserts. Part missing. Before the ship's fall, the treasure chest lid was closed. Couldn't move the body. It was easy to move the weapon. There would be no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. That's just... It's a cool teapot. What is that? Huh. Engraving on the bottom, it says PH. It's the initial creator, Pierre. In this hall, Miss Master seemed to be big fans of sculptor's work.
His initials, huh? If it were mine, it would be RS.
That's... Oh, okay, that's a P. Why don't you try carving your initials into your own belongings? Alright, so, well, we figured out what that is. Or what... Yeah, what this is. Yeah, it's PH, but backwards you stamp it. Can I deduce anything? No, I can't deduce anything with that. Well, whatever. Remember that for the future. Hey, attorney's badge. Oh, cool. I can actually, get in here and look at this. It's got, I don't think I can... What does it say? Court records, I think? Yeah, it's got a number on it. I always kind of assumed the badge was bigger than that, you know? Maybe that's just me. What about this? One of them is missing. Couldn't move the body. If he had left the murder weapon at the crime scene, he would have been the one suspected. He then deposited the murder weapon in Delicia's room. Do I present the murder weapon here? Because she was planning on using it, is the thing. So... like, why would he have it if she was planning on using it? And wouldn't he know that it was a fake, and therefore that she had broken the rules? Where to pin the crime? I'm gonna try double pressing everything, because sometimes that turns something up. The rock salt lamp, exactly. Murder, not finished. Then deposit the murder weapon. Murder weapon discovered. Be thankful. Wasn't in the candy castle himself. Bad gets annoyed. He left the murder weapon. In the body, however. Dogs can wait. Couldn't move the body. There was a hint. Please, so savory. I'm sorry. Huh. Me no evidence. I can include. Tisk. Huh. I don't get it. Where to... Oh, fuck. I should have read. It seems Von Karma won't be easily shaken. I'll just have to present evidence that contradicts his reasoning. That's... in order to pin the crime, Master used the rock salt lamp to kill the victim. What about... blunt object... kill the victim... and deposited the murder weapon if he had left. Master... suspected... couldn't move the body... Maybe because the lid was shut? Ah, that's a weak connection, though. That's really reaching. I'll give it a try, but... I would have sworn there's no evidence pointing to a specific culprit at the crime scene. I would have sworn it's this. Someone left fingerprints. No fingerprints were found. Like, clearly there's someone's fingerprints, so someone was... There's clearly an unknown party that was going on here. He couldn't move the body. It was easy to move the murder weapon. Is the problem that it's stained with blood? It could be either of those, honestly. And I say could be. It's very... Probably the fact that it's stained with blood would be a stronger argument than the lid was closed. But, I'm running out of steam for arguments here. Objection! Yeah, that's not it. Foolish question, it's not even worth thinking about. It's pitiful. You even call yourself a defense Alright, well, I'm going to take a break while I think about this. Definitely not check a walkthrough because I'm certainly not stumped and annoyed at this. Yeah. So, thanks so much for watching. I'm Tokenlad. Talk to you later. See you around Asklands.